Okay, in this lesson, lesson 16, we're going to be doing a subject study. A subject study is where you want to find out what the Bible teaches on a specific topic rather than just understanding a verse or a chapter. It uses a comparative study method, which involves comparing verses with each other to determine what the Bible teaches on a specific subject. You will need your Bible, a Strong's Concordance, paper, pencil. The Nave's Topical Bible may also be helpful. Step 1 is to choose which subject you want to study. If it's a very general topic, you may want to break it down into one specific aspect of that topic. For example, love is a large and general topic. You could study one aspect of love, like God's love for the world, Christ's love for the church, the love of friends, married love, sacrificial love. Make it a manageable study. Don't bite off more than you can chew. Step 2 is writing down your subject and all the words you can think of that might relate to the subject. Don't be afraid to write down too many words. You can always eliminate the ones you don't need later. Keep an eye out for synonyms. Remember, when you look up words in your concordance, it only lists the exact words you look up. Looking up synonyms can lead to additional scriptures for your topic. Also, when you look up a word in the Hebrew or Greek, check to see what other words have been used to translate it. If they are appropriate for your study, look them up as well. If we were studying Christ's love for the church, we might write down Jesus, Christ, love, church, congregation, ashamed, as in not ashamed, brethren, etc., and things like that. Step 3 involves going to your concordance, and it should be an exhaustive one, in other words, listing every word in the Bible, and perhaps a topical Bible. Look up each word in your list and keep an eye out for other words as well. Quickly scan the references and write down the verse references that relate to your topic. Of course, there will be many references that contain those words that have nothing to do with your subject. Ignore those. Build a list of Bible verses which relate to your topic. Don't forget that all truth is balanced. Many times people go into error because they only look at one aspect of the truth. When doing your study, do not neglect balancing the truth. For example, Christ's love for the church can be contrasted with God's judgment on sins. A study of the sovereignty of God can be balanced with a study of the responsibility of man. When doing a specific study, you're like a doctor studying a finger. Do a good study, but never forget how it connects to the whole body. No truth is isolated. It must connect to the big picture. Now, step 4, involves looking up each reference and carefully examining its context. Never forget context. It's vital to know how or even if a verse relates to the subject we've chosen to study. What is this verse saying about our topic? Write down on your subject chart the verse reference, what you have learned about the subject specifically, and the general category that it would be in, for doing an outline later on. For example, if in our study of Christ's love for the church, we listed Hebrews 3:6, our specific topic might be faithful, and the general category could be how Christ treats his church. After you've completed step 4, you're ready to organize your information in step 5. Here we do an outline. Take your general categories from step 4 as your main points, and then organize your specific points under them. You may want to download and review the sample subject study and the sample outline. Take a few minutes to study them, to look over them. You can even pause this video and take a look at them. Take time to understand exactly how these things work out. This study will give you a good idea of what the Bible teaches on your selected topic. You can then choose to pursue the subject further, filling in your outline with detailed summaries and information, or you can move on to a new topic. So, week 16 project, number 1, refresh your memory on how to outline by downloading that PDF, How to Outline. Download the subject study chart and the outline chart and the samples charts as well. Number 2, choose a topic that interests you and do a subject study. You could study things like the birth of Christ, prayer, a place, the flood, God's faithfulness, marriage. But be very careful. If you choose a large subject, this project could take more than a week, and that's okay. When you're finished, move on to the next lesson. But I do recommend that you choose a subject that is a little bit smaller so that you can complete it and not get overwhelmed with everything until you have more experience. And number 3, continue with your daily reading program. May the peace and grace of Jesus be yours.